Okay, for the first time in what feels like forever and a day, I'm going to try to play some Hockey Bones again. Um, I was dreaming about this game last night in my sleep, actually. So, when you start seeing a game in your dreams, it's really time to end the little hiatus there on it. Which again, it's just because I have varied interests. It has nothing to do with the game itself. I just, got off track, and as I've said before, I really don't like updating stats either. So I was several games behind on this, but I'm basically caught up now. The only thing that I could have done that I was doing over the course of this season project that I didn't do after week 8 was an injury report, and I have it all in the spreadsheet. I just don't really feel like posting it online. It's it's depressing news at times, actually. It's part of the game, it's part of hockey, but it's a shame seeing so many superstars sidelined due to injury. So in week 8, John Ferguson, that's not really a big deal for the Canadians. They're not really a big deal in this thing right now, though they are coming off a win. But Frank Mahovlich, we'll say that Detroit's going to sit him because they're getting close to playoffs anyway. And Gordie Howe, let's just not talk about what's gone on with Mr. Hockey. It might actually prompt a rule change with apologies to Mr. Aloha. I might be going the blue zone way, actually, because if there's ever a hockey game that has gotten me something like excited about injuries, blue zone, I really like the way that they roll out, and I've mentioned this before, so could go with that. Anyway, I run the risk of doing the same here because the last second decision, I decided that, again, because I'm so rusty, I'm not going to keep stats as I play. I'm not going to be trying to update the stat sheet, roll the dice, talk about what's going on, be checking the chart. Again, I'm working with limited space here on this desktop, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to update the shots and goal and things like that. But so I'll have to play this one back for myself afterward, and well, yeah, it's just something I'm not going to do. But I have gotten a couple of comments recently. I've noticed I do tend to consistently, I think, from time to time, get comments about this game, and I realize as well there are other hockey YouTubers like Dave. For example, this isn't. At least to date, this hasn't been his game, his cup of tea. He has this game, but he doesn't really play it. So I guess if you want to see Hockey Bones played, you're stuck with me, at least for the time being. Peter Miller has to make another video playing Hockey Bones. I highly recommend his, even as a Habs fan, I don't want to spoil anything, but I highly recommend his Game 7 of his re-playoffs, his alternate playoffs. I'm trying to remember the season now. It was maybe 2013, 2014. Anyway, so to get things going here, both of these teams frustrated, injury decimated, but only one of them is in a playoff spot right now, that being Toronto. Toronto's holding on to third place right now with 8 points in as many games. The Chicago Blackhawks just have 4 points after 8 games. They come into this with a record of 1-5-2. And even more shameful than that, they've only managed 5 combined total goals. I had to double check that in their last 4 games. So the offense has really been lacking, and for that reason, Bobby Hull is going to take Bobby Hull was in the top line. Stan Mikita is going to return to the top line and play with Hull, even at full strength, and with Ken Warren on the right side. And maybe what I'll do is with the other lineup particulars, maybe as I'm rolling through the game, though multitasking, whatever isn't my strength, I'll try to remember to comment about the lineup as the lines come up, as the line changes come up. But I guess I want to show with this one as well. I'm going to be rusty. Inevitably, I'm going to be rusty. And so the thumbnail for this video, if it isn't Peaches and Herb Reunited, it's going to be probably something like the Disney movie Cars and that rusty truck or something like that. Hopefully something that I won't get copyrighted for. This is all in complete nonprofit fun, and you can just let me know in terms of profit what division of zero that you would stand to receive. But I guess I should talk about the starting goalies, or I want to. Bernie Perront's getting the vote of confidence in Toronto, even though he had kind of a bad week 8. Toronto wants to see what they have in Perront before they go to the playoffs because, veteran Johnny Bower, it took him until about age 30 just to get to playing in the NHL, so he can play until he's old. He can come in the playoffs. Bruce Gamble, Chicago's just going to ride it out with Gamble. Maybe this is more of a respect start. Gamble is quite arguably the MVP of this. Despite Chicago's 1-5-2 record, one could make a case. Gamble comes into this with a save percentage of .931 and a goals against average of .215. If there is anyone whose fault this Chicago's bad season is not, Gamble is it. Bernie Pront similarly, though, 222 goals against average to his credit. So Toronto's going with Dave Keon on line one because Norm Allman right now is going to be injured until at least the playoffs, as is another Toronto player I've been using as center, the utility forward, Howie Menard. He's out right now. Bob Nevin is almost but not quite back. I don't like to comment on the exact number of games because even though that's how it's done again with Mr. Aloha's chart, I feel like it's a little unrealistic, and so I'm very vague in my injury reports, and I just decided that I didn't want to do that. So anyway, I think I started to say that, yes, I will be rusty for this one, so I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to try to show you what to do, and probably inevitably I'll show you what not to do. And I would be quite surprised, frankly, even a little shocked, if I get through this without making one mistake, to which I would just like to add the point that it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, one mistake that I've made that you can't even notice is usually I like to have my camera offline when I'm video recording. I didn't do that. So even though there are the emergency notices that that can interrupt the recording like this anyway, I'm going to see text messages and stuff throughout the game. So anyway, it's Saturday over here. Happy Easter. The commercial part of that's not celebrated, yada, yada. I don't know. Is it really a happy holiday? We're going to get a 4-5 here off the opening draw. The first time in months that I've played this game, literally months. It's going to be visitor right defenseman here, Tim Horton, with it off right off the hop. And Horton here with a 6-7, 24 seconds in. So 6-7 here for Tim Horton. And Chicago unable to forecheck that. Horton's going to feed it up to Ron Ellis. And Ron Ellis with the 3-5 here, 48 seconds in. Ellis checking the Chicago defense. That's going to be a shot on goal for Ellis. First shot here of the game, where I went to record it and realized I had nowhere to record it. 3-6 for... I've been catching up on stats, and so I'm just so used to now with the bones of the stat sheet in front of me. But Ellis not in range. Let's see here. The rebound, it's going to be handled by Gamble. And to the defense and up to Stan Mikita. Stan Mikita will exit Chicago's end here with it. A minute in now with a 4-7 for Mikita. And let's see, pass bonus of 5. And of course, I took Luan Gotti off this line where they could have met. Actually, they still wouldn't have met it anyway. So that's ultimately dumped, turned over. It's going to be Tim Horton here, minute 36 in now. Horton with a 6-8 this time. And he doesn't quite have the full head of steam on it as he would if he were at home. So that's turned over. Ultimately, in the end, to left wing Bobby Hull with a 6-7 here for Hull, a 6-7 with a P4. Toronto can't intimidate. That's going to be Chicago's first shot of the game. Hull with a 1-8. Hull single-handedly trying to return Chicago's offense. And Bernie Perrant makes a big save, but he only gets a piece of it. He's given up a rebound. That's going to bounce back to Hull. Scrambling to clear the Toronto defense. They can in time. The Golden Jet creeps in with a 1-4. That's going to be a follow-up in range. Bernie Perrant with a 2-6. And Chicago is on the board. 1-0 just under 2 minutes into this one. Before I can even get the scoreboard right side up, Bobby Hull has scored here for the Chicago Blackhawks, good and early. The exact time of the goal, with another 6-7 there. The exact time of the goal, we're looking at 10 plus. Okay, so at a minute 46 in, and assisting on Hull's goal. It's an unassisted goal. So again, the scramble there, the effort by the Toronto defense, they just came up a little short. Hull, he's about as strong as he is fast. Managed to wrest the puck away in on Perrant all alone. You have a 1-0 hockey game, and I should change lines now. So hopefully I didn't do anything wrong there. But like a real in-game NHL or ice hockey official, I calls it as I sees it, and you know, sometimes I don't always seize it correctly. Anyway, I calls it as I sees it, when I sees it. Let's just say that. So we're 2 minutes in now, thereabouts. It's 4-5 here off the draw, where we get, again, visitor right defenseman. Feel like we had that 4-5 in the draw before. This time it goes. The recipient, Toronto's Al McNeil with a 4-3. And that's, again, they're just not as strong at home. Dallas Smith now with it. That's broken up in the neutral zone. Smith with the 3-4 and the P3. And Smith, he's going to sends it up to Mike Walton. Mike Walton with a 1-7. And he's going to have a shot on goal here. So Walton hands it off to Angotti. Angotti back to Walton, and that's also in range. Bernie Perrant now with a 5-6. Bernie Perrant's going to make the big save, and that's dished forward to George Armstrong. George Armstrong here with a 2-4. So Perrant already, this could be a 2-0 hockey game. Armstrong with a 2-4, unfortunately isn't as strong at full strength. Gilles Marat here with the puck here at 4 minutes now, 2:10 for Marat, 2:10, narrowly avoiding the penalty. It's not going to be forecheck. Marat's going to send it up to Angotti. He's going to head off here at the 4-minute mark. And Toronto, they'll be able to get a forward change at least. I do kind of want to do, as I know some other players this game do, I want to try to change the forwards and the defense at separate times. Maybe it's a bit much to ask for my first game in a couple of months, though, in about 2.5 months. But Angotti here at 4:24, it's going to be here with a 3-9 for Angotti. And the P5, so he's going to pass it easily to oncoming. Let's get, 4 for Angotti, red 4. Tommy Williams, sure, we'll give Tommy Williams here the puck at 4:48. So Williams now, whoops, yes. 2-7 there for Tommy Williams. That's going to be a shot, possible rebound here. The initial shot not going to be blocked off. Perron, that's going to bounce back to, did I change? Dale Rolfe? Dallas Smith, have you had a shift yet? Yes, because Marat was just on there. So I think what I have to do now is change back the Toronto defense, although it's kind of weird with the shot and the... Anyway, I don't want to confuse myself. So back to Dale Rolfe, right. And Toronto can't clear. So that's 1 out. Let's see here. That's not going to be a good shot anyway, though. So 2 Perron. We look now with a 6-5. A lot of 6s there. Sorry, that's going to go. Still, Rolfe's going to be able to hold the zone here at 5-12 with a 6-3. And it's going to be a play stoppage, actually. Face off, we get a 6-9. And that goes to home center. Tommy Williams, 5:36. Williams, 4-5. And 6 checking. That's, no, not going to get through there. So off the boards and off the glass is going to go to Ab McDonald here. 6 minutes in now. We got a 3-5 for McDonald. And again, the Toronto, they're just having trouble on the road here. McDonald, that's going to be turned over to Bill Plager. And going to look to change here. Plager up to a 6:24. And with the 1/8 there for Plager, that's going to be another play stoppage, actually. So I can breathe and we'll get a complete change here. I guess we'll risk again. I mean, at least Toronto does have the defensive center, Dave Keon. I shouldn't overreact to anything, so we're going to go with line 1s here again. 6:24 into it, and we get a face-off with a 2-7. That is home left defenseman Dallas Smith in this case. 1-7 for Smith. Shot with a possible rebound for Smith. 1-7 on the initial shot. That's going to be narrowly out of Smith's range. Oh, I was supposed to look at the red die. There's a mistake. So that's unfortunately, that could screw Toronto. That goes back to Bobby Hull. Can they clear with a 3-4? Looking to clear on a 6. Looking at my clearing table now. Right, the screen doesn't count for the puck holder. I'm pretty sure. So that's going to go to Dave Keon here at 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Hopefully I did that correctly. It's going to be 7. Let's see here. 9, 7. Yeah, it's going to be a shot for Keon. Keon here with a 3-6, not in range for him. And that goes to 8. That will go to... actually, no. Gamble will hold on to it here. We can play stoppage. I believe we're at 7:12 still. 4-7 here, left wing, Bobby Hull with it, 7:36 now, Hull with a 1-12, and that's going to be a shot for the Golden Jet. He's got a goal, he wants another, didn't get as much on that one, so we have a 2-6 here, but it's going to actually bounce back. Chicago holds the zone, they get it to Hull again here, 8 minutes in, 2:10 this time, for the Golden Jet. This is going to be his 3rd shot of the game, 3-7. So, Perron, 2 out of 3 here on Bobby Hull. That's going to go back to Hull, actually, so, Chicago will change their blue line, and Toronto, I guess they'll get here, and Hull's going to tread water for 24 seconds. Maybe he's going to hold the line here and allow the Blackhawks to change. We get a 6-8 this time for Hull, and 6-8 is shot automatically. He's a shooting machine. He's got little else to do as Chicago changes. So 4-2, that's to Perron. Chicago, the Hawks are going to change here. They're 8:24 in the, and Perron, let's see the rebound control here for the Maple Leafs. That's going to go back, and Red Berenson will get it eventually here at 8:48. So we get a 4-7 now. Chicago dominant in Toronto's end, where Berenson gets a shot off, and Perron's going to make the stop on that one. That's going to be kicked back though to Dale Rolfe, and Toronto unable to get the clear. Rolfe with the follow-up and fire. That's also just a little out. So they are showering Perron here early. Perron with a 2-11 though. That will go to the left wing. That John Brenneman here. That would have been a goal had that been in range. We get a 3-11 here for Brenneman. And the game's first penalty, understandably so under the circumstances that Toronto might take one here. Brenneman evidently has hooked somebody, but let's see. So we have the odd 7 the odd 7, it's going to be a coincidental. So here in front of Perrant, Brenneman's gotten into it with the high minor rating on Chicago. So it's Brenneman and Bill Plager going. Yes, right defenseman, left wing. That makes sense. Brenneman and Bill Plager each going for a pair. And now I see that I don't have dry erase. So we're going to see here up to about 11, 12. And I'm just going to play 5-on-5 here. We're not into Oilers in the early 80s, but doesn't matter. 5-on-5 is just easier to do in the tabletop in this game. So actually what I might do then, I might look to maybe Bill Flett and Pierre Pilote, actually, for that matter, for the first 36 seconds or 48 seconds. Anyway, 1-6 in the face-off. So left wing, home Mike Walton, 9:36, Walton 6-4. And that's going to be actually a penalty for Walton. Let's see if he's the only one. We get an odd 3, so Walton actually is going to go to the box now for a couple. Yeah, there's no misconduct either for Brenneman or Plager. That's something I'm really prone to forgetting, or misconduct rolls on penalties. I don't want to give too many misconducts anyway. That's not why I sit down to play tabletop hockey, but that's also a bit of an excuse. I should remember to at least try to do that if I'm going to play this in camera. Anyway, we're going to get... wait, yeah, it wasn't delayed, so touch, knockdown, and face-off. And Berenson and Angotti are pretty good, though. Let's start with them for 24 and just see what happens here. And I got to remember that Brenneman's the man in the box for Toronto, which this will make it easier. So we get a 4-8 in the face-off. That is right wing here, Lou Angotti. Angotti up to the 10-minute mark with a 4-6 for Angotti is, he's just barely going to be able to split the D, right? Double checking here. Yes, it's normally equal to or greater than for these things, but it is not a great shot anyway. So to Perrant, we look 5-6, and that goes to, see, I'm on attack. No, that, yeah, see, but again, I'm playing 5-on-5, so it goes to Armstrong. Actually, I'm going to say here it's going to go to, Toronto's technically in a power play, so they should actually go back to this line, and maybe Shaq will come on here. Maybe Shaq and Tim Horton. And for Chicago, they have to change this. So I'm not going to worry too much about, is it a change in the fly? Am I putting a team in trouble here? Berenson, they have to come off, though. I'm going to say Nesterenko and Ballone, exclude Tommy Williams. And away we have added up to 10-24 here now with a 4-8 for, who had the puck? Oh, yeah, center. So Keon here, 4-8. That's a shot automatically. Home road doesn't matter. 2-9 on the power play. Keon, for all the things he is good, a power play specialist, and 68 was not one of them. So Bruce Campbell here with a 6-10. And that goes to Dallas Smith. Dallas Smith up to 10:48, trying to kill some time with the 2-7. And shot with a possible rebound. Will do it. 2-7, though, not shorthanded, not in range. 5. Bounce back to the vacant position. Perrant's going to elect to hold on there instead. I guess another thing is I've not called a game quite like this in a little while, so the throat's a little scratchy already. But anyway, face-off here at the 10-minute mark. It's no less fun. It's going to be a 6-6, meaning face or right wing, but power play. So visitor and power play for 2 reasons now. So Brenneman and Bill Plager are eligible to head out of the box, but it's going to be Walton for another 24 seconds here. Still, yeah, they're still shorthanded for 24 seconds. Anyway, Ellis. Wait, 6-6 was the draw. So Ellis here with a 3-10. And that is a 6. Oh, now I got to do math. One of those rare occasions I got to do math. Power play specialist, though, 6-10, 13, and 2. And it's only 5-on-4. So, no, that's not going to be good for Ellis. That's going to be broken up, taken away. I'm going to give that. Oh, penalty kill. See, penalty kill center. Again, if ever I felt like house ruling something, I realized 5-on-3 that this could be done. But it is a red 6. I'm just, whatever, give it back to Ellis. And that was to 11:36. So we're going to say even strength roll this time for Ellis here. 3-8 works for me. And 3-8 here. He's not at home. He's coughed up the puck. So left defenseman Dallas Smith. Though I feel like I have to change everybody now. Don't I have this here, actually? It's more in the way. Maybe I thought I'd point some things out, but have decided against it thus far. So maybe Chicago gets their, they're at home, so maybe they get the ideal matchup here. Let's go with Hall, Makita, Morum out here now with Dallas Smith here. We'll see he's going to roll us a 12-24, and it's going to be a 2-8. Sorry if I just jumped 24 seconds. 2-8 into P2. Toronto just can't knock it down. They can't intimidate that. He's going to send it up to Ken Morum and leave them on anyway. I might double shift the defense occasionally because I'm only dressing 4 plus Palat. So anyway, Morum here to 12-40 with a 4-8, and that is D7. That's going to be a shot for Morum, 5-12. 2 Perron. We look 2-7. That is center. No, it's going to rebound given up here though. Back to center. Stan Mikita. Toronto desperately trying to clear here in a 2-11 where they will be able to. That goes to Al McNeil. Al McNeil here at 13-12, carrying it away with a 6-9, and that'll be a play stoppage actually. And 5-11. It goes, whoops, it goes to George Armstrong, wins the draw against Stan Mikita. That's not easy to do. So it's going to be a 1-7 here. Shot with a possible rebound there for Armstrong with a 4-6. Whoops, I got to look at that 5. Almost lost that, but caught it. Brenneman is out of the box now, but Chicago will clear anyway. That will go to Dallas Smith here, 14 minutes now with 6-12, and that's going to be coughed up and punted by Smith back to Brenneman. Brenneman up to 14-24, but I'm going to say in the meantime that we change the defense at least, and for that matter, what the heck, we'll get the Walton, Berenson, and Gotti line out there for Chicago, where we have a 1-8 for Brenneman, 1-8 for Brenneman, and a 9. He's going to shoot in that head off. 6-7, not a great shot. He's a little out of gas at the end of his shift, and so to Gamble, we look here, and we're still 14-24 though, so 3-8 there for Bruce Gamble. He's going to hold on, and I can just double check here. Do I have on? Yeah, that's right. This line's going to change. Let's get the McDonald, Bathgate, Schenkel line out there then for the Leafs. They've played little, if any, so far. So face off in Chicago's end, 4-7. That is left wing home. Mike Walton here carrying it away with 1-4 for Walton. Shot if home. So Walton individual effort with a 1-6. Bernie Perron with a 6-4. And Perron with a 6-4. Big save for Bernie Perron. That's going to go to Tim Horton. And a collective, oh, and this has just been Chicago all season. Anyway, with the 4-3 here for Tim Horton, the D9, that's going to be a shot for Tim. And let's see, donuts on that one. That's not in range. That's going to go to Bruce Gamble with a 4-4. That'll go to fellow right defenseman here for Chicago. Bill Plager, in this case, might put Palat there occasionally and elsewhere. But the 3-8 here, I think we're at the 15:36. I hope we're at the 15:36. And Plager unable to create anything with it. That's handed off to Horton, ultimately by the Leafs, who gather it in the neutral zone with a 4-7 now for Tim Horton. And that's going to be actually, though, an interception. It'll be a shot on goal here for Dale Rolfe. So it's sent back to Rolfe. Rolfe here, 3-9, no good, 5-12. And right defenseman Bill Plager. So while Chicago changes, they have possession. If they haven't held the zone, they have possession in the very least. And maybe Toronto, they're going to sneak on their top line now against Chicago's third forward unit here, 16-24 for Plager before heading off. And 2-6 here for him, play stoppage anyway. So neutral zone face-off, 6-8. Visitor left wing, Paul Henderson. Henderson with his 7 goals in 8 games. Henderson 1-11. That's going to be turned over to right wing Eric Nesterenko here at the 2-8. And yes, he will complete the pass. He's going to send it back to Murat, or maybe across to Williams, back to Murat here. 3-8 for Gilles Murat. And we have another penalty coming up. Penalty here, 4-7, not delayed. That's just going to be Murat alone. And I will remember to roll for a misconduct this time, where Murat narrowly avoids it. What I think I'm going to start doing as well, like the players who can't score, a misconduct 0, I should roll, because I want to do the 1-2-1 thing where a player can technically possibly get a misconduct. Anyway, Murat's going to be in the box for a pair. I hope we're still at 17:36. So Toronto's basically going to get to wind down the bulk of this period with the power play. Let's go 24 seconds on who we have on. And maybe Bathgate will take to the point, though. And for this line, my goodness, have they really been out there that long? We exclude Williams, and I'm going to roll on Palat's card. Should it go to Murat because he's in the box? Anyway, 4-5 here in the face-off. That is right defenseman Visitor. So I'm going to roll on Andy Bathgate's card here at the 18-minute mark, and Bathgate here with a, what's that, a 5-4. a 5-4. That's going to be a shot, actually, for Bathgate from the point. He's going to try to do it himself. He fires 2-7. Unfortunately, that's not quite in range here to Bruce Gamble. We look with a 5-8. And Gamble will hold on to it anyway, though, taking no chances here early, wants to preserve and protect Chicago's lead. Toronto, I think, unfortunately for them, it's too early for a timeout. They need to get fresh legs out there. Let's say Barclay Plager and Bill Flett this time, though. And let's go, Rolf and Plager to finish out the period, because, it's Marat who's in the box. 3-5 here in the face-off, so in Chicago's end, but it's going to be left defenseman there. Dale Rolf looking to eat some time with the 2-6. And that is, let's see, 5. No, turned. Oh wait, because it's right 4 and no, that's gonna be turned over to 1 right defenseman. I'm pretty sure anyway. I don't want to. It's too timely to do the math right now. Oh, and I did say 1-6, didn't I? So for Flett, not Horton. Unfortunately, not at home. So, that is going to go to right wing Eric Nestorenko here for the last minute of play of the first period. Chicago looking to kill. Toronto not able to get much going in the power play. It's a 5-7. And that is going to John Brenneman here up to 1936 with the 6-9 here, Brenneman. And that is, oh my goodness, terrible rolls here in the power play. Dave Ballone coming away with it. Final 24 seconds. We're back to even strength. I probably should have minused and had, anyway, Ballone, whatever, final roll here, 5-3. And I simplify where necessary. Ballone with a 2-2. Ballone with a 2-2. Could Chicago go up by 2 here? Perrant with a 2-2. And